Okay. Okay, I think everything is alive now. I need to get through this really fast because I have a Elasora update to get to, so I'm just gonna quickly look at the new cards and the new stuff, and then we'll see how many times I can be wrong about the new stuff. So, hello. So first thing we note here, no sword leaders. There's two portal and two abyss leaders, but no sword leaders. Still no sword fully animated cards. I don't know if you've been keeping track, but we haven't gotten a single fully animated sword card yet. But you know, it's not like I'll get them anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, those are the new cosmetic stuff. It's time to look at the new cards. The legendaries we've seen before, but since I've never done a review of them, I guess we can go through them. I'm gonna go through these fast. So usually I take more time to think about things, but again, no time, so I'm just gonna run through this quickly. So, Unfair, do 2 damage. You do this 2 times, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Super Evolve, you gain their crest, and then on each of your turns when you play a follower, evolve it. So this is your Skybound Art enabler for Forest, I guess. That cost to pop 2 followers is quite strong, honestly. I don't know if Forest has like a Super Evolve, and I mean, your Skybound Art is like this. As far as I've seen, this is like your Skybound Art card. But I guess you could play it like as a general value card in like Izudia, but I don't really see Roach ever playing this, so probably decent, but not gonna see that much play unless Forest has a new deck, but I don't think it does, right? Like, it's just Izudia and Roach, and Izudia can play this, Roach probably won't. And again, it doesn't cost an evil point to clear. It's not that bad either. It might replace Glade. I think it depends on the meta. You can make a meta call and say that you don't need Glade's white removal and you can use this instead, but then Glade draws cards, so there's that. Anyway, I think it's possible, maybe? I don't know, it's okay. It's pretty solid value card, but I don't know if any Forest deck wants this currently. AWR, I don't know how to pronounce this. Skybound Art, recover 1 evil point. I mean, Roach can use it. I don't know if you want to play a 2-2-1 vanilla, but like Roach can use it. Get evil point back. It's not super evil point though, so you don't get to refund like Carbuncle super evil in case you had to spend it at some point, but I mean, it's not the worst card ever. It's not exactly amazing. You have an enabler for it, but the enabler also costs a super evil point to activate, so like I mean, it's like okay, it's kind of mid. Doesn't really scream like strong card at me, at least. Elfheimer. Is that how you pronounce this? Elfheimer. Select mode, super activate all of these, draw a card, heal 1, give all ally foes in the field +1 rush, give all ally foes heals +1 award. And this is actually like decent. But I feel like Tempo can play this, right? Like Tempo Forest can actually play this. Like maybe as a 1 or 2, probably not like that many copies. I'm not sure this is worth the Skybound Art payoff, honestly, unless you're playing like a late game oriented Tempo Forest. You can spam like 5 fairies and then play this, I guess, something like that. You can combine it with UL, like UL Associates crest, and then you can use Aria to give your fairy storm, and then you play the fairy, it gets evolved, then you buff your whole board a few times with this and punch them in the face. You don't even need the Skybound Art for that play because you can just select the +2 and rush. But I mean, it seems okay. I don't know if there's any Forest deck that actually wants to play this right now besides Tempo. Tempo, I guess, I can't see Izudia or Roach playing this really. I guess it draws a card and heals you for 2. Not the worst than Roach either. You can use the buff, but that's only like useful in double Roach situations where you have 2 Roaches on board. But then it's the same as if you just played the card before playing the Roach anyway. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, this is probably not a Roach card. The Cupitan, Iridescent Archer, Super Skybound Art, evolve this follow, deal 3 damage to enemy leader. It's face damage. Is that Forest deck that wants this? Tempo probably doesn't play this because Tempo just goes into Mirror Bane. Izudia doesn't want this because Izudia will kill you. Roach, too expensive for Roach. It's good board clear though. The board clear is strong. There's that. The board clear is very strong. But the Skybound art seems so far away, like... The only deck that I would want this kind of Skybound art is Temple Forest, but it's a bit too far for Temple Forest because by then they just commit to Mirror Bane because they don't have enough gas to keep going anyway. I don't know. I am not super sold on this card, although I feel like this card is like better in like every other class besides Forest. And probably like Rune and Haven probably don't need this, but I feel like some of the other classes will actually want this, but not Forest, I don't think. Oh wait, it's voiced by Lily Pichu, what the hell? Okay, never mind, next card. Starry Sky, 1 cost, deal 2 damage to random enemy follower, combo 5, gain crest, Starry Sky, count on last words, do 1 damage to the enemy leader, add a Starry Sky to your hand. Okay. Interesting. This is... For cards are really strong, I'll get to them later. This is 1 PP 2 damage in your Roach deck. Plus it helps deal with board, although it's a bit unreliable. But it's on your next turn, so like it doesn't... It helps sets up your Roach, like you can just keep pinging your opponent. But then you don't really want to play that many cards before your actual Roach turn, right? I don't think any other deck wants this besides Roach. Temple maybe? Whereas Sword didn't get new leader, it's Sword. What I've been dealing with. We've gotten 1 leader. Well, we got all our leaders are Battle Pass leaders. That's what Sword is. All our leaders are Battle Pass 1. I feel like this card has potential. Something about this card makes me feel like it has potential. I don't think it's like super strong or anything, but I think it has potential. I don't know if there's space though. Space in Roach for this? Tempo probably can't deal the combo 5 very well. Like, I feel like if you're playing Tempo and you're at combo 5, you're probably losing or playing Mirror Bane that turn. You're just emptying your hand of your bales. I don't know, maybe Roach can play this, but otherwise... It's not the worst card ever. Might see play, I don't know. Antheria, Toe Tapping Torch. This looks bad already. Give all your rifles on the field. Wait. It's kind of gross. I feel like the kind of situations where you can get away with playing this, you already win anyway. Because of the nature of how Forest, like, obviously Roach and Izudia isn't playing this for shit. This is a Temple Forest card. But if you have that many fairies on your board, you're gonna win the game probably, so... I'm not sure the fairies... I mean, like, it was a win more card, I guess. I'm not sure it's super necessary, to be honest. Interesting effect, though. Chloe, what a gal. That's a great card name. Enhance 8 Slayer fall in your hand, summon it. Summon it? What does summon it mean? What does summon it mean? Does this trigger fanfare? Let's you cheat out a follower. Is there anything you want to cheat out with this card? It's so interesting, but I don't know why you would play this. Anything to cheat out? There isn't anything in this set. Sword cards so dog shit out. We had the duality here. One person saying sword cards are broken and one person saying the sword cards are dog shit. Unless you mean dog shit as in like it's like not balanced at all. What is this card? I cannot see a use case for this card. If there is, like, you can tell me, but for now I don't see a use case with this card. It's interesting though. And I need to know if this summon means... Does it say? Heck. Wait, does it not open this thing? Where's the Q&A page? How do I get there? Is it here? That does not answer the question I need answered, so that's kind of useless. I need to know if this triggers fanfares. Just wait till you see them. Is there a card for this? Like, there's nothing here that seems to want, like... Comet Drive. Let enemy fall on the field, do default damage. If there's an evolve ally follow on the field, draw a card. This is just the worst version of Swipe. Isn't this just shittier Beastly Swipe? Well, I guess you can play both, but isn't Swipe just better? I feel like Swipe is better, unless you combo it with UL, I guess, then but you still have to like play a follower and evolve it for this to be active. Unless you evolve Cruel or something, but that's so niche. I feel like BT Swipe is more playable than this. I'm not sold. Manomel, Super Cutest. That's a great name as well. At the end of your turn, evolved. Okay. When this follower evolves, you want all enemy followers. Wait, this is a good card. This is Apollo on crack. I mean, I think it's pretty strong actually. Like Izuta can probably run this. Again, the problem is that Forest Skybound arts are a bit questionable here with this spell that you probably don't need the Skybound art for, and this card which, I mean like, it's a decent Skybound art but it's not that useful. But this is pretty good, I think, maybe, for Izudia and nothing else. I don't think Roach can play this. You can play one copy maybe or something, but not more than that definitely. Ko and Yo, Love and Hatred, can attack 2 times per turn, strike, withdraw these 3 defense to all allies. That's a big follower. But also unplayable probably. Well, actually it's quite strong in Izudia. It's actually quite strong in Izudia. It clears 2 followers and it heals you 6. Doesn't this just replace the Fairy Beast in Izudia? Like, if you need heal, just play this by playing freaking Fairy Beast. But it needs to attack though, that's a problem I guess. Then again, you can use LAR to get your evil point back for Izudia, so you can spend your super evils on things like this, and with this active you can... Wait, I just realized this crest screws out your Izudia, because when you play Izudia he'll just evolve. And then you can't get his effect. Wait, that's kind of sad. Wait, that's not good. That's not good at all. Why have they done this? Forest cards. This one's probably playable, maybe like slightly playable, maybe not that much. This one's pretty decent. This one's pretty decent too. This one's decent, but I can't see a deck playing this. And then this one's pretty decent as well. This one maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if any of the current Forest decks will add many of these in, but I mean some of these, this is probably like playable. Like I think I'm underrating this one probably. I don't know. Nothing super stands out as me as like Omega Broken or anything, so that's that. Alright, let's look at Sword. They are fond leader of the Eternals. Fanfare evolve or allied, or Skybound art evolve or unevolve. Allied foes on the field, super Skybound art, super evolve them instead. This card has blowout potential, but I think it needs something to combo with. Like you can combo a Luminous Mage, I guess. It's like pretty straightforward, right? What else vomits out a board for you to super evolve with? You can play the Ambush deck. Ambush Squirrels deck, you evolve, but that's only like turn 8. Not that great either. I feel like Sephon has potential, but like he's so reliant on his Skybound art. If you look at his Skybound art, he's just a vanilla follower. It's a 4/4/3 vanilla. It's kind of bad. Definitely not a 3-off, I don't think. Maybe you can still run him as like a 1 or 2, but I don't think 3-off is feasible for this. They keep making these cards that evolve your allied followers, but then like Kagemitsu can't benefit from any of them because he's Kagemitsu. And he is very depressing and sad. I don't know. Like I think it's a pretty decent card. I don't know if it's that good though. Data and Bay, Crimson and Blue. This one's probably good. Like it competes for 4 costs. Well, I think you're really looking to place on turn 6 and maybe go for turn 4 going first. Turn 4 going first, I think this is pretty solid. Especially, well, then again, it like dies the Grimnir when your opponent plays Grimnir. The stats, Enhanced is very good though. I think the Enhanced is very good. There's one thing that Sword is lacking, and it's a Storm on turn 6. We have Storm on turn 5, we have Storm. Plus this is like a mini Odin. The fact you can play Odin on turn 6 and 7 is like quite good, I think. I think for that alone, this card is like actually like a really good card. Yeah, I think this card is good. We'll definitely see play. But can I just say, by the way, I'm like sick of Loot Sword. I don't want to play Loot Sword. Like I like Sword, and like contrary to what the bottom right of your screen might be telling you, I actually don't really like Loot Sword that much. I like Barbaros Loot Sword for the Barbaros and not really for the Loot Sword deck. I don't actually like Loot Sword that much. I prefer like vomiting out followers like a Sword player, so... yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping mid-range comes back this expansion because I want to play mid-range. I've been playing like Fort Haven and Moat Abyss because those are my sword decks now. Anyway, Nightly Ardor, select a mode, give the leftmost allied Swordcraft follower on the field can attack 2 times per turn. Give all allied Swordcraft followers on the field +1/+1 and barrier. Recover 2 play points and 1 evil point, restore 6 defense. I think these are all very good effects. If this was in Moat Abyss, this would be the most broken card in the world, but I guess good thing it's not in Moat Abyss, then it's not that broken. I think it's pretty good, honestly. It's definitely not a 3-off, cause like the amount of time this will just break your hand is like quite a lot, so I don't think you run this at 3, but you can consider running 2. Like, the heal is pretty decent. The evil point is obviously broken. And you can snowball the game on turn 5 with this +1/+1 barrier effect. Like, once you get this off, like nothing is clearing that board besides Haven, because Haven clears every board, but that's besides the point. And then like this effect, you'll probably never use this, but like sometimes you can, like with Kagemitsu you can use it. You can just super evil and play this and your opponent takes 10 damage to the face from Kagemitsu. Alternatively, if your opponent lets Vals live, you just punch them in the face for like 12 damage with this. I think having this card around makes Vals much scarier for your opponent. And just like in general, leaving followers alive on your board just becomes much scarier with this card in the pool. So unless like this card is unplayable garbage that like no one bothers running for some reason, it's probably gonna like strike fear in your opponent just by its existence, which is pretty nice. I don't think it's that bad. This card is good. I think this card is good. I think this card is strong. This card does everything. It does what Sword is bad at, which is removal, AoE removal. I mean, you have Gildaria, right? But like, you have to spend an evil point on Gildaria unless you have Rally 20. Hey, hello. The heal is strong. The Super Evolve is also strong, and you can do all of it for Enhanced 9. Enhanced 9 is so cheap. Like, this is Albert cost and you can do all this. Is like a defensive Albert, basically, is what this is. We have offensive Albert and now we have defensive Albert. I think this card is strong. Honestly, I'm struggling to figure out how you find space to run all of these cards because they look quite solid in mid-range, but I guess we'll figure out when we get there. Fire Fiorito, Muscles in Bloom, Ambush Bane, 4/2/6. This card is stupid. I think this card is bad. It will be very funny to be proven wrong, but so far I think this card is quite bad. Like, I could see playing it on turn 4 the setup to clear one of your opponent's big followers on their turn 4, but like the main advantage, like you trade into Anangria and it dies, you trade into Burgeon and it dies, you trade into Marwyn, it still dies. And like, if your opponent's leaving you, yeah, I don't think this card is good. Like, it's a meme ambush card for our ambush deck, I guess. You can start running a bunch of ambush cards and then evolve them or Seraphon, but I think that's more of a meme deck than anything else. Forest, this set is pretty strong. I don't play much forest, so I can definitely be very wrong about it, but it looks like okay for me. There's a lot of Izudia help. What I noticed. Feather Bombastic Brother. Okay, I saw this card before. I was just casually scrolling through Reddit while waiting to come back and review cards, and I saw someone post this card. 3 cost 5/4 vanilla. This card is a very... Just for this set, so you play against me. Oh, the aggro abyss, I remember that. Yes, I remember that. Hello. So this is fighter on crack. The question is how good do the stats have to be for this to actually genuinely be worth running for the vanilla. Like I know like 3/5/4 with no downside is like very scary to look at, but at the same time it's a 3 cost 5/4 that does nothing. But of course if it lives and you punch your opponent in the face for 5, it's the most broken card in the game. Like I'm not denying that, that's for sure true. How well do meta decks answer this? Sword has Vows. If you don't have Vows, you die to this card because you're a sword. Rune has Edelweiss and the 1 cost spell. And the Stage Light as well. I understand why I'm ready around this guy. No one's gonna play this unless aggro becomes a thing. I mean, aggro is probably a thing. Sword can play aggro. Sword has a lot of aggro cards. If this lives and you evolve Draconia next to it, like your opponent will just explode into tiny pieces. Even has the tiger and the 3 cost amulet that things for 4 damage. 4 mil. I think it's not impossible for this card to be good, but like it has to be in a meta where like the meta decks just cannot answer this very well, or like needs very specific answers. PPP hand check. I mean, you're not wrong, but like Sword already has Draconia for their hand check, right? And you're running a lot of 3 cost followers in your deck already, right? Like you can run this over. Do you want to run this over like Rose in mid range? I feel like every deck has, well, every deck does have an answer to this, but like they have to hold the answer to this. Because a lot of them rely on, well, Abyss relies on random damage. There are people overreacting to this card. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's like that crazy, but I could definitely be wrong. But I'm not very optimistic about a 3/5/4 vanilla, to be honest with you. Then again, if you play Amelia and you just give this thing bear, no, that's stupid. No. Don't want to play this kind of other turns. Yeah, it's only go on turn 3. That's true. Or turn 2 if you coin it out. Just gonna contest Vows and Ultras. Jokes on you, I don't want to play Loot. No, Loot is not playing this. Like, there's no way in hell. You have to be crazy to play this in Loot. There's just no space for this in Loot, I don't think. If you're playing this, it's either aggro or mid-range. Aggro, you definitely want to play this, because like the stats are crazy for an aggro deck. Mid-range is harder to find space for this. It's the alternative for F2Ps, that's true. Aglo Veil, Lord of Frost, Fanfare do 3 damage to enemy foes, Intimidate. This is quite funny. One off maybe, but probably not. It competes with... Well, I mean it semi-competes with Gildaria, I guess. Yeah, it probably competes with Gildaria. Yeah, this the Intimidate is very funny though. You can just win. We can just win off the Intimidate sometimes, but that's Dragon's job, not Sword Stock's job. I think you rather play just general like good value cards in the mid-range Sword deck, so I don't think this will be. But it's very funny. Yeah, not have Intimidate. It's Fanfare, not end of turn, which is a bit different. But yes, that's true. One off at most. Probably not play it in general. Mordred, Illusory Lion. 3 cost 2/1, Storm. Evolve, Summon, and Arthur. Is Arthur also collectible? It is also collectible. There's Cassim and Rosa at home. Yes, Ward. Wait, that... Isn't this quite good, actually? I might be crazy. But like, this is like not awful. Like, this is a card that I would actually try. Turn 3 Evil. Smack face. You get a ward to protect it. There's Anangria at home. You can use a band of Battle Princesses for a 2 PV play after that. Or like... I think this card is actually not that bad. I don't know if it's very good. Maybe Arthur is actually like... Maybe Arthur's a bit better, but I mean this has Storm on base, but you don't... Well, you can combine it with Seraphon, that's pretty cute. Oh, I will probably try to find space and try it, and like decent chance I will just end up dropping it, but for now I think it's like... It's worth trying at least. Arthur, similar situation. I think Mordred is a little bit more worth trying, but Arthur is also pretty solid. Randall, Feet Fighter, and Hansfight Gift this Storm. This is a 2-cost 3-2. Who is designing these stat lines? I mean, it's Fighter on Mega Crack. See the 315 war? Not yet. Not yet, but I will look forward to it. This is Albert at home. This is Albert at home, the Feet Fighter. This is actually not awful. I don't hate it that much, surprisingly. I don't think it's that good, but I don't hate it either. It costs 3-2. But you can just hand check opponent so high. You just drop a 2-cost 3-2 and a 3-cost 5-4. And then you play Zirconia. These cards are very interesting. I will try them. I'll try them. I don't know if they're gonna be good, but I'll try them. The competition is quite fierce for Sword. Like, I guess you can... Randall is actually probably easier to find spot with because it's a lot of random 2-cost generics you're running. Like, I mean, Lancer's staple, Samurai's pretty staple, Prim is probably staple in mid-range. Like, if you want to cut Phil down for like trying Randall or something for more storm damage, do you need more storm damage? I mean, maybe you don't need that much storm damage. But a 2-cost 3-2 is very funny. It kills, like, you can use them try to murder Haven before they get to do anything. Vanilla Sword. There is a lot of vanilla cards. Look, we have the 2-cost vanilla, we have the 3-cost vanilla, and we have a 4-cost vanilla. I think these cards are at least interesting enough to consider and try, so I think that's a win for Sword. Like, we don't really need Sword to be that strong. Like, we've been top meta for like 3 expansions, alright? I'm okay dropping down to tier 2 at this point. But I got some, at least we got cards that I think are like worth trying out, and then some of these like actually I think are worth trying out. The ones that aren't are this Ambush Person, this AoE tree is a bit sus. But the rest I think are worth like at least trying and seeing how they feel, so I'll take it. Oh, there's all art. Decent art, I guess. But that doesn't give damage shield anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, other than that, interesting stuff. Got Roan Cagliostro, the savior of dirt. And if I gain 2 dirts, add Ars Magna to your hand. Skybound Art, evolve this follower, Super Skybound Art, gain crest. At the start of your turn, or if I want, add Ars Magna to your hand. Ars Magna deals damage to an enemy and heals you for 1. This is our new version of Crimson Sark. I think we have a lot of evil for Dirt, right? I think Dirt has a lot of evil cards. We have What else do we have? I'm assuming there are evil cards. Assuming this like Super Skybound art is reasonable by turn 6 or 7 or 8, I think this is like actually like sets support more mid-range than loot. I think in current loot, this set will be okay in the meta. That's a straightforward deck, perhaps needs some little adjustments. Yeah, I don't really want to play loot though. I don't like loot, to be honest. I don't like the loot deck at all. I feel very miserable whenever I play it. I mean, it might save. This might save third. Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You have a tutor for decline. Wait, I'll see you later. I think this card is pretty cool. If you're playing dirt, you're definitely playing this. So this like, and I don't think Spell Boost will abuse this card. So that's a big plus. They made dirt support that Spell Boost doesn't abuse. Big plus. I have high hopes for this card. Maybe dirt can finally be playable. Ram this. Give this for +1/+1. Spell Fanfare Spell Boost your hand. Super Evil. Select a mode. Give all allies full barrier. Deal X damage split between all enemy followers. X this force attack. Can I be honest? I think this card is quite bad. I think this card is bad. I mean, it costs the super evil. Like, Spellboost is so evil hungry already. You want to spend a super evil on this? You want to spend super evil on Chaos Flame? But it's a big follower, sure. Like, most decks can answer it though. Yeah, I don't think this card is good. Even though it's a cute card, I don't think it's gonna be good. Alchemic Flare. Oh, this has out art. Oh, that's very nice art. Do 2 damage to deal enemy and select any fall on the field and do 4 damage. Gain a residual Skybound art. Do 2 damage to enemy. I think this card is good. I think this card is good, and that is my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Almod Remembrance of Flame. Select an enemy follower on the field, remove all abilities from it and deal 3 damage. Super Evolve, gain Crest, at the start of turn deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. This is a burn night at home, I guess. Wait, you maybe play in True Rune? I don't know, Dirt can Super Evolve for the Crest. You can remove Albert's last words, I guess, that's cute. That's like it. There's like no other last words you really want to stop, I feel. Yeah, I'm not convinced on this card. It feels weird. Unleashed. Select a mode, draw a card, deal 4 damage to enemy follower, draw 2 cards, deal 4 damage to random enemy follower. And 2 damage to your leader. This is an Abyss card. Why is it Rune? This is obviously an Abyss card. It's a mode and it deals damage to yourself. This is an Abyss card, right? I'm not crazy. I don't think there's space for it. I'm not convinced. Mirror and Reset. And the turn duel. Fanfare, summon another one. Earthright to evolve in. This card is very good. Well, maybe not very good, but I think this card is good enough that like it's like actually legitimately good dirt support. Helps with get a Skybound art faster as well for Kegli or Stro, right? You definitely want to play it in dirt for sure. Pretty solid stats for the cost as well. Earthright is a bit expensive, but Earthright is easier to get. Like, dirt is easier to get like in this game compared to the previous one, so there's that, which is cute. As a Crane Portent of Vengeance. This is also an Abyss card just by name. Like 2 enemies on the field and deal them 4 damage, gain 2 Earth Sigils. This is too expensive for the effect. 5 is Juno turn, that's true, but like if you don't want to play Juno, you can use this. Juno does cost an evil. It does compete with Juno, but I think a lot of Earthright decks aren't even playing Juno right now, right? I think. Does Juno cost an evil point? This one doesn't, which is like decent. This is quite expensive for the cost. Like Sylvia at home. I mean, it gives dirt, I guess. That's nice. It clears 3 bodies for 6. That way maybe twing on turn 6. What else does dirt have on turn 6? Norman? You competing with Norman? Not the worst card ever. It's not that good either though. You can give it a try. I think it's worth at least trying it out, like if 1 or 2 in your dirt deck, but it's a chance it gets cut in the end. Rune Portal, wait. Wait. This is crosscraft reference. This is hinting at the crosscraft coming back, right? That's how it works. Do 6 damage to all enemy followers, restore 3 defense to your leader. 7 is expensive. 7 is very expensive. The effect is good, but 7 is expensive. I could see like 1 copy being run in Spell Boost. Not more than 1, I don't think, but I can see like 1 copy being run. A pretty convenient effect, but it's easy to break on a 7 cost card. Suframare. Wandering Tutor. At the end of your turn, spell boost your attack X times exit this followed attack, evolve this follower kind of attack leaders. Follows are leaders. That's quite interesting. But on turn 1, if your opponent doesn't have a quick layer, you just keep spell boosting. Takes up board space though, which is kind of gross. Like spell really has that like problem with people filling your board with onions. And like, unlike an onion, if you evolve this, it can't go face anymore. Another one, I think this is another card that's worth trying, but it'll probably be cut in the end. Philosophia, Cryptic, Sophist, Fanfare, draw a spell. Is this supposed to be the D-shift, I mean not D-shift. Decline Tutor. Can you build a spell boost deck with only 1 spell? There's no way. This is the kind of card that people run 1 of in their spell boost deck and it looks cute. I'm not super sold. I feel like it's not reliable enough. A 1/4 on turn 3 is kind of shit too. I don't know, I don't think this card is that good. Dragon, oh, there's a lot of... Interesting. Zui, Ally of the World. I've seen people going crazy over this card, and don't get me wrong, I think this is a solid card. And we'll definitely see a lot of play in dragon decks, like almost every dragon deck from now until this card rotates out will probably play this card. But I also don't think it's that much of like a savior of the craft or anything. The enhanced hand is good, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time, like the fanfare to get +1 play points is obviously strong as well, but it doesn't really help dragons early game, which is the problem that the OTK deck has. And if you're playing Storm, I guess Storm is like okay with this card. I feel like you lose a lot of time when you reach turn 10 on Storm though. But hey, the fanfare is good. You definitely play this just for the fanfare at least. Solid card, but like not like, I don't think it's like gonna be the savior of the class or anything. Wellness, this card is funny. Refresh select enemy fall on the field, deal 8 damage, intimidate, evolve, do it again. At what point is like the HP value so high that your opponent just can't clear it anymore? Like there is a certain point, right, where it's just so tanky your opponent just can't kill it. Like Haven can kill it with the 6-cost amulet. Abyss can kill it with Ginsetsu and Yuzuki, I guess, and like I guess the Reaper Slash is pretty solid 2. I think this card this card will see us like be surprisingly decent. Like I don't think it's gonna be broken, but I think it'll be surprisingly decent. I think people will expect this card to be absolutely awful, and it will be better than people expect, but like at the same time not that broken either. But I think this will just be a solid card. Primal Beast Absorption. Select enemy card in the field, banish it, add a copy to your hand. You can steal your opponent's Wilbert. Dragon can't abuse Wilbert though, but like you can steal your opponent's Wilbert. That's pretty funny. It's banish, not destroy as well, which like has some implications. I mean, it's like worth testing, like as a spot removal, I guess. It's pretty cute. A cute piece of spot removal. We can steal opponent's Yuzuki. Oh. I think it's an interesting tech card. I don't think you'll see that much play, but like when the meta calls for it. When the meta calls for it, I think this card will do some interesting things. Kind of card that will always appear in your pool, so you have 3 copies of him easily. Maybe. I saw people dooming on this card. Fanfare Skybound Art super evolve this follower when base cost allied follower enters the field. If this follower war, this is marine support. This is marine support that doesn't look like marine support. I don't know, hard to find space for this card, I feel. I don't hate the effect itself, but I feel like it's hard to find a deck that actually wants to play this in it. Maximum Love Bomb. Let enemy follow the field, deal it 3 damage, give it can't attack followers or leaders until the end of your opponent's turn. Why is this a dragon card? It's an interesting consideration for the OTK deck. But I don't really see it. Mugen, Steel-Bodied Honesty. Fanfare Super Skybound Art, give this follower Storm. Super Evolve, select 2 enemy foes on the field and destroy them. Good lord. Okay, this card is actually very strong. Wait, this card and Zoe are actually quite good. Like, this card gives you the value for playing Zoe. You play Zoe to stall for turns for his Super Skybound Art and you dunk your opponent in the face for 13 damage. Reap Genesis Dragon. The fact that it requires Super Skybound Art is, I guess, sad, but this card is strong. I think this card is strong. Ganda Goza. Yes, this is Ganda Goza now. Remember Ganda Goza? This Ganda Goza is a bit more disgusting than this, I think. Wait, you can play it in Fanny as well. Wait, hold up. It's a big storm card that actually works with Fanny. Hold. Wait. Hold on, wait, hold. Wait, I'm starting to turn around my opinion on this card. I think this card is good. I think this card is great. I think this card, okay, I changed my mind. Zoe is good now. Zoe is a great enabler for this card, and this card is pretty strong. It's not broken. It's not gonna like, I'm not gonna say like Dragon Tier 1 broken OP deck, but I think this card is actually like worth building around. Like, it's strong. It's stronger than Albert Keck W. 8 cost 13 damage is stronger than 9 cost 12 damage. Keck W. Izmir Frigid Fate. If you have 10 max play points, evolve this follower. When this follower evolves, do 3 damage to all enemies. Mid game board clear. Late game, it clears board for free. This is Selefa at home. Doesn't heal, which is a bit sad. But I mean, Fanny likes this card, definitely. Fanny is very happy with this card. I'm sorry, the only dragon that I like playing is Fanny, so like... every card in here is just rated based on how good it is for Fanny, and I think that's pretty solid. Crescent Tube Ride. Gain Crest. Crescent Tube Ride. At the end of your turn, give a random ally follow on the field +1/+1. I don't believe in it. I don't trust it. Mari Max Bestie activates in hand. Whenever a base 3 cost allied follower super evolves, set the cost of this card to 0. Oh, you guys supposed to combine this with Meg. Okay, that's why they're best friends. That makes sense. At the end of your turn, give a random super evolve allied follower on the field +1/+1. I mean... no? Like, no thank you? I don't think it's worth it. Joel, Wave Crasher, Warden Aura. This man definitely has aura. Look at him. Look at this man. This man has aura. And he has Warden too. Probably not gonna be played. Next. Belial. Now this card is very interesting. He's also very hot. But he's very interesting. Because he kills your opponent. For 20 damage. There's a new win con. You can build a deck around this card. It's like... and then if your opponent is Haven and they play Temple of Repose, you cry into a corner. Or if your opponent plays Zui, you cry into a corner. But other than that... 8/8 Fanny, what? Sure. This card, like, even the fanfare is already, like, really good. Like the fanfare is already, like... the fanfare is insane. Like, just, like, even ignoring the freaking crest and the stupid effect. It also unlocks your board, like, if you want to deal with that. But this card will definitely see play. I don't know how good the Belial focus deck will be. I think it's actually not that bad, honestly. I definitely don't think it's fun. Do you think the crest is too slow? No, because this stupid thing exists. But we'll get to this piece of shit later. I think Abyss, like, by and large, has like the most free evos. Or to activate this stupid super evolve, this stupid Skybound artifact. Like, you can compare it to Izudia, right? And I think like... like, this thing is easier to play than Izudia because of the fanfare. Probably the best deck in the new expansion. I wouldn't go that far yet. Like, it's still a countdown card. But I think this card definitely has potential. It's one of the more interesting cards that I've seen so far from the reveals. Like, it provides something new to try out. Like, Abyss gets all the coolest toys. I'm gonna be real here. Like, people are complaining about Abyss not having the identity of Shadowcraft or Bloodcraft, and I agree with that, but at the same time, they just get like the coolest toys. Like, Elil is cool, Jamnacha is cool. That's about it, I guess. I don't know. But I think Abyss gets the coolest. This is like interesting card. I definitely want to try it out. Like, whether it's good or not. One less cost than Izudia and board clear, that's true, but like the activation is a bit more inconsistent because you need to draw it early, unlike Izudia. You only need one copy of this though, which makes it cooler in that way, I guess. Ready for Evo Abyss, yeah. Bediel, ooh. Fanfare Necroma 6, Reanimate 2, Reanimate 1. This is This is Charon Plus. The alternate effect is very good. The fact that you can do this without having to evolve anything is quite good. And it's support for your Belial. I think you end the AoE is very strong actually. The AoE is nice. It doesn't answer Norman, which is a bit concerning, but like that's more like Norman being annoying than this card being bad, like, to be honest. I think this card is not bad. Pretty solid card for the Evo deck. Corruption. Give all foes on the field, -2/-2. Give yourself and your opponent crest. Corruption, Super Skyman Art, destroy your crest. At the end of the turn, you much ability leader. What deck plays this card? It's an interesting card for sure, but I cannot think of a deck that would want this. Belial doesn't give a shit. Mode doesn't give a shit. If you're playing mid-range, you probably want to do better things than this, I would assume. Aggro? Like... But you're emptying your own board in an aggro deck? I guess it plays around Gilneas. Thinking about it that way, it's actually pretty interesting. It might actually be worth playing in aggro now that I think about it. Sounds interesting. I don't really see it seeing that much play, but I mean, it's an interesting card. Now this card... There's something wrong with this card. This is not fair. This is not fair. Wait, let's be real here. This is not fair. This line of text, deal 2 damage to your enemy, to your leader, this literally means nothing because he has Drain. Break the shield, they can just play the crest on their turn. Oh, I guess it deals 2 damage on their turn. I mean, yeah, you can do that, sure. I mean, yes, that's an option, you're not wrong. The question is that if they have enough space for you to give them this crest. That's like, the chance that they just have a full crest, like, slot thing is like not that low. And they can play around it just by getting more crests. Welcome back, Grammary. I mean, we have Lyria, we have Grammary. Now we just need now we just need Arcus, right? Then we have the full combo. Oh, that guy's so strong. Of all the classes, Abyss can abuse this the hardest. Balto on steroids. Kind of, like Balto is a 3-1 that if your opponent doesn't answer, you can punch them in the face, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of Balto on steroids. Although I guess Balto can't pop the shield. Wait. Yeah, Balto can't pop the shield, so that. Balto is the anti-Zooey. Balto for anti-Zooey and Corruption for anti-Haven. Of all the decks in this game, Abyss can abuse this the hardest because they have skeletons and they have Shadow Crypt Memory. Like, you can just... Like, this card is crazy. And it has Drain, like, you don't even feel this 2 damage to your own leader because it has Drain and it evolves itself. It will evolve itself. Because it's also an unevolved allied follower. Yeah, this card is crazy good. Ball, Elemental Resonance. Fanfare, select a mode. Give this follower another random follower allied from the field +1/+1. Do 3 damage to random enemy follower. This card is very good. I think this card is very good in mode. It's the single target version of the Supplicant. Not Supplicant. Oh. Devotee? Devotee. Devotee. Yes, Devotee. It's good. That's not evolved, which is a bit sad, but like that's probably fine. You go full life for zombie, yeah, there's just a lot of things that Nehan combos with. Like ridiculous. Satyr, open-hearted rover, if there's an ally follower on the field. Evolve, aura. How good is Dogged Detective in our year, the year of our Lord 2025? Are we still hoping for? Are we still in the realm of Dogged Detective is a good card? Save 0 cost for turn 6 is gonna be nice, yeah. You can even coin it on turn 5. That's kind of illegal. Abyss gonna be cracked on day 1 if not most used. Yeah, I can see Abyss being most played just because like they have the most flashy new win con. Assuming people can actually pull Belial, of course. I mean, I don't hate this card. I don't think it's like amazing, but it's like pretty solid. The fact that Phildao can't answer this is quite interesting. It has aura. A lot of your standard answers to this card actually don't work because of the aura and the 5/5 stats. This card might actually be surprisingly annoying. There's a lot of pretty solid things you can pair it with as well. You can pair it with skeletons. Amazing card. This is amazing. I think it's pretty good. I would agree with that. Nurta, Soaring War God. Rush, at the end of your turn, do 4 damage to random enemy follower, do damage to random enemy follower. No thank you. I think I'm good. Valiant Edge, do 2 damage to your leader, gain Crest, Valiant Edge. At the end of your turn, do damage to random enemy follower and restore 1 defense to your leader. I mean, it's actually not that bad. It's voiced by our Lord and Savior, the voice of Rowan. The voice of Rowan Dragoncraft voices this card. I think it can be worth like trying out as a tech card against an aggro heavy meta. Yeah, I think it can be worth trying out, honestly. I don't think it's that bad. The consistent 2 damage ping is quite good against like board heavy, early game heavy decks like Sword. And you do heal off the 2 damage before it ends up mattering, I feel. A bit of ton of free evil, but people don't complain about Sword. I don't know about that. Let's save that for like maybe a week into the expansion that we can see. Ooh, Vasaraga's back. My god, wait, what is this? Wait. Oh, he's a 2/7. I was gonna freak out that this card is broken as fuck, but then he's a 2/7. Wait, it's voiced by... Wait, ProZD voices Vasaraga? I'm learning so many new things. I did not know he voiced Vasaraga. Vasaraga used to have Aura, now he has Intimidate instead. Wait, this card is so obnoxious though. It's so hard to play it. Like, I don't like the effect is like pretty solid, but it's like so hard to play him. You can banish it if the... You can play the dragon card, the dragon 5-cost dragon spell. Vasaraga's worst nightmare. I think I'd rather play the 6-cost zombies soldier thing that summons more zombies than this. Yeah, I don't think so. Almeida hits Strong Miner. Enhance 4, evolve this fall and give it +1/+1. And it's a 2/3/1 rush. This card is good. I think this card is good and you cannot convince me otherwise. Okay, hey. Honestly, Abyss got a lot of pretty solid stuff. I would say Abyss is eating good this expansion once again. Or the Kai, yeah. Alright, next Haven. Haven stole Vera from Abyss. Or from Blood, I guess. Fanfare select 2 enemy foes on the field, banish them, super Skybound R, evolve this follower, war can't take more than 3 damage at a time. This card is gonna be annoying. It's more Odin bait, but like at some point the number of Odin bait goes beyond the number of Odins, you know? It's a Ward Haven support. I don't think Crest can play this. Well, then again, the Fanfare is very strong even without a super Skybound art. Like, even without the Skybound art, this card is like actually quite strong. I mean, this card's a solid inclusion in Ward Haven, that's for sure. How good it is in Crest remains to be seen. The fact that she's at 8 means that with Wilbert's buff, she goes to 10 health, which forces her to take 4 hits to die, which is worth noting. This card is quite good. Galleon. Galleon is also something. 3/5/5 ward, can attack. At the end of your turn, if you unlock Super evolve a random animal from the field, then attack this turn. Banish is good. Banish is indeed good. You play in Crest and cut John. You want to reduce your AoE. Are you suppose you can get away with it, probably. This card I know a lot of people are freaking out about. And I do think it's very strong. You're playing Hybrid Ward day 1 holding on the I've been playing Hybrid Ward, like mainly on the Ward Haven with Marwyn because sometimes I can't win without Marwyn. I've been playing a lot of Hybrid Ward, like towards the end of the expansion. It's pretty fun. Like, I just like vomiting followers on board. I'm gonna be honest with you. This card is good. I think this card is good. De La Field's Gleaming Gems. They knew what they were doing when they named this card. I swear they knew what they were doing when they named this card. Destroy this card, select a multi-activate, destroy an enemy for a draw 2 cards. This card is good. Nothing crazy here, this is a good card. Good war, you think? Pretty good in Crest as well, honestly. Whenever you engage an amulet, restore 1 defense to your leader. Evolve select enemy for on the field, do 1 damage. Not bad. We don't really have a very amulet heavy deck that wants this. If they ever release if they release Alana or Illuvia, this card will go crazy. But they won't release that because of that 2-cost ward follower that heals when it gets buffed. Getting for Aether will be fun. It'll be very disgusting, that's for sure. You can't really play this in the ward deck because it gets in the way of Aether summon. I'm speaking from experience. I have 1 copy of Gilnelis in my ward deck, and every single time I play Aether, Gilnelis gets pulled out even though I have literally 1 copy of it. So I don't think Ward can play this. You can play some kind of weird Storm Haven deck maybe. That could be interesting, but I don't really see this being played for now at least. Skyfaring Vessel activates in hand when you engage an amulet. Reduce the card of discard by 1. Engage, destroy this card, select an ally follow. Ah. Interesting. Interesting, that's all I have to say about it. I don't really see this being played. It's a 4-cost brick. It's not even really... yeah, I'm not super sold on this card. It remains to be seen and I definitely could be wrong, but for now I'm not sold on it. Sophia Zayan Priestess. Summon a random Haven follower that costs 2 or less from your deck. Super evil. Oh, I don't. They stole Amelia. They just stole Amelia and whammed this. Well, that's what they even pulled this. What deck even wants this? Ward Haven? It doesn't even have Ward itself though, which is like very sad. I'm not a believer in this card. Sarah, Graphos' Chosen, and Hans give this follower +0 +10. Oh, this is the one. You remove the ability on Galen of the Rune guy, you can punch face of it. That's true. If your opponent is dumb enough to do that, you can for sure punch face of it. This card is very funny. I can't imagine playing it. I can't imagine actually playing it, but this card is very funny. They power crap that 1/3/10 dragon follower. I don't think this will be played. Odd and Inspired, engage 2. Destroy this card, select an allied follower on the field and transform it into an Odd and Inspired, draw a card. I actually really like this card. I don't know if it's that good, but I really like this card. I think it's very funny. It's very interesting. I like this card. It's very interesting design. It even has 5 cards that support Amulet this expansion, but not sure it'll be enough to make it good. Probably not. Probably not playing like an Amulet focus. Like, there's no good payoff for it. There's no like Skullfane or Unariel. Well, there is Skullfane, but like there's no like good Skullfane. You know what I'm saying? There's no Diamond Master or anything. I actually really like this card. Just for the fact that like they're trying interesting new effects. They rank Gunleys, yeah, and just bot like your opponent in general. I don't think this card is good, but I like it. It's consistent draw source as well, which is worth noting. Like, you can just draw 2 every turn. And I'm not sure how this works. Like, it'll require... Wait, I should check the Q&A. Let's see the Q&A if they answer this question. What happens if you act it when there is no follow on board? There's no Q&A for this. I want to know what happens when you act it when there's no follower on board. Because we know from the Amulet of Annihilation that you can act the targeting amulet when there is no target for it. So I want to know what happens when you engage this card. Well, there is nothing on board. Like, can you just draw a card for 2 without doing anything else? But yeah, this card is interesting. I don't know if it's that good, but I think it's very interesting. And I like it. That's about it. Lambretta, Sisterly Shepherd. K2 just became more luck based, right? At the end of your turn, if this follower is evolved, deal 2 damage to all followers, including itself. Evolve, give this follower kind of attack follows until the end of the turn. This Crest Haven support. You get this from Aether, and Aether evolves this. You just damage your own followers. Oh, it actually doesn't. I'm actually not sure if it works like that. It depends on the order they summon, I think. If Gabriel summoned first, I think this will actually damage your follower. Other than that, this is just Crest Haven support. I think there's enough AoE. I think Haven should have enough AoE. To just draw a card, that's pretty interesting. I think Crest Haven has enough AoE. Trua? I don't know. 3, 2, 1 Storm when you engage an amulet, give this follower Drain. Alright, Stormhaven support. Stormhaven players rejoice. This is your Stormhaven support for this expansion. Not awful as Stormhaven support, but like Stormhaven isn't a great deck. So. I mean, Haven got some pretty strong cards. Vera, Galleon, Delafil, all pretty solid cards. The rest, I'm not super sold on yet, but I don't really play Haven at all, so... Well, I play Ward Haven with, like, Bellbringer in it. That's... Yeah. Portal. Heals up. Very interesting card that I don't know how you're meant to play this because it's so expensive. Remove all abilities from them, do 9 damage. Give the enemy leader, it takes 1 more damage. So this can stack, so if you play multiple builds about, you can like blow your opponent out of eggs or something. Or like literally anything else at that point. X can run this. Puppet can maybe run it. I'm probably try to one-shot Crest with this card. I guess it's pretty cute. Luval, Light Personified. You want damage to... Wait, is this? It's only the leader. Do 1 damage to random and follower. If all followers on your opponent's hand +1. Primal Art, gain Crest. Whenever enemy follower with Storm attacks the leader, give it -3, -0 until the end of turn. This is the world's worst Lily. You main Haven if you like side games threw you under the bus. I mean, you got pretty solid legendaries. I mean, like... This effect is very scary, like giving your opponent +0, +1, +0 is like... Like, you can die. You can die to this effect. And like this, like, it stops like sword and like maybe like it stops sword and that's about it. Like, I think in the right meta, this card can be good, but this is not the meta for it. I don't think. I think this card. Wait, this fanfare activates even without Skybound Art. Wait, this fanfare will just kill you. This fanfare just kills you. What? This... No! This card just has fanfare die. If they at least put the fanfare behind the Skybound Art, I can understand it. I mean, if they at least put this hand buff effect behind the Skybound Art, I can understand it, but... Like, without the Skybound Art, you play this card, you buff your opponent's hand, then they just punch you in the face with their Storm cards and you die. I don't believe in it. I think this card's bad. Chaos Legion. 3 damage to all enemies. Super Skybound Art deal 6 damage instead. It's 7 damage with Beelzebub active. You thought you buff your own followers? Nah, that will make it a good card. Auto can activate Skybound Art fast. Like, even still. It would be more Storm Dragon. That is true, you're not wrong. Just give me a -2, like... If your opponent hits you with the double... What's his face? Your opponent hits you with the double Mugen, how much damage do you take? 10. Goes down to 9, 18, 18. Wait, no. 10, 11, 11. Add Super Evil, that's 25. Goes down by 6 after that. 19. Oh, you barely live? Okay. Sure. I don't know, I still don't think this card is good, but I mean, I could be proven wrong. Chaos Legion, do 3 damage to enemies. This card is pretty interesting, like pretty solid. Like 1/2 off finisher, I guess. Like, do damage while clearing board. It's not that bad. If you're playing Egg Haven, it's not like you really need like You can play 8 hit when you kind of want the board pressure, and who knows. Cassius. Guy using a rival, fanfare, select enemy for artifact following your hand, deal X damage to all enemy followers, X follows attack. Last words, add a 45 artifact in your hand. This card is good. Great card for a dying archetype. Mainly a counter for sword and puppet, yeah, pretty much. Good card for a dying archetype. We can see if this will revive artifact or not, but if you're playing artifact, this card is very good. You can board clear without spending an evil point. And you get artifacts for your efforts. Stonebreaker. Do this 6 times, do 1 damage to any follower. It's very flexible, I'll give it that. A very flexible piece of removal. Like, this is a card that I can see you attacking in depending on like what matchups you need to check. Which is pretty interesting. I don't hate it. Isla Brutal Drill Sergeant. Select a mode to activate. Do this 3 times. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. This is a pretty good card. This power creep Odin. Odin in shambles? I mean, it doesn't really power creep Odin. I'm just joking, but still. Odin in shambles right now. I think this card is good. Like, it clears board or it deals damage to the face depending on what you need. And it goes through wards as well. This is a good card. I don't know if you run like 3 of it, but it's a pretty good card. Eustace, Howl of Thunder, Fanfare, Skymon Art, select another unevolved ally follower on the field and evolve it, and this follower. Flash, do 3 damage to opposing follower. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, evolve a puppet. Not bad. Yeah, I think not bad is gonna be my judgment for this card. Oh, you use Beelzebub to buff your Grimnir. That's... I see now, you buff Grimnir with this card. Okay. One shot your opponent with Grimnir if you play 2 Beelzebubs. Isaac, last words, add a striker artifact to your hand. Huh. Pretty solid. Isn't this better than the... Isn't this better than the 1-3 that gives you an artifact core? Am I crazy? Isn't this just better than the 1-3? It gives you the artifact core? I think it is. Tsubasa Blazing Gear Cyclist. Increase the Skybound art gauges for all cards in your hand by 1. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It uses to get Luo and Chaos Legion. And Grimnir probably. Is it time for Evil Portal again? Where's Shin? Where's Shin from my Evil Portal deck? And if you unlock Super Evil, give this follower Barrier Storm. This card is... it's not the worst. So like, I'm guessing you want to go Beelzebub and like go for like a temple oriented deck where you just keep picking your opponent down and your finisher is Grimnir. I guess that's the concept for Portal. Which is an interesting concept. I don't dislike it. Remains to be seen if it beats Cresthaven. But then again, Cresthaven doesn't have Benison anymore, so maybe. Only one... Oh. Have I been calling Sandalphon Grimnir this whole time? I'm sorry, I think I've been calling Grimnir... I think I've been calling Sandalphon Grimnir this whole time. Sorry, I meant Sandalphon. This card is very good. It gives a lot of... It's a neutral finisher that for your Skybound art decks. The Invoke, like a lot of people are freaking about the Invoke, but the Invoke is like not necessary. It's more of a backup plan than anything else. Like, this is not one of those cards that you desperately want to invoke. In fact, you probably want this like in your hands and use Admiral art. Yeah, I think this card is good. It's Fanny support. This card is Fanny support. Daria Sky Destined. She's still the same as she was before. Exactly the same. There's no change, right? She's exactly the same card. Enhance 8 draw for that costs 7 or more. Recover 7 play points in barrier. I mean, she has barrier. She has an alt art, which is quite interesting. What do you even target with this? Like, want? Get Beelzebub, get Isla. Does it even draw? Does it even? What is a 7? What is a 7 and above card that you want on turn 8 onwards? Again, does not dare to make Sandalphon 5p. That will be broken. Well, I don't know about broken, but that will be very strong. What deck wants this right now? Wait, you can play this in Rune to tutor your Cocytus. You play this in Rune, you're guaranteed Cocytus or Kuon. That's stupid. You can play this in mode, you draw either Kerberos or Ginsetsu, or Ulanine Valneric. I mean, it's good against Temple Forest because you can contest board. You can contest 2 fairies worth of board because of the barrier. That's about it. Take 1 board slot for Kuon. I mean, I don't think you also have to like play Kuon on the turn you play her, but I don't know. I don't really know what this card is for yet. Besides drawing Beelzebub, I don't really see what else this card can be used for. This is quite interesting in Egg Portal because you play this for 2. Like, decent chance she lives. You can even trade with her once, and then you can use Lishana's spell on her to pop her after that. And then late game, she can use her to draw your. You can use her to draw Beelzebub or your Odin, I guess. But she draws Odin. She draws. He draws Odin. Wilbur is quaking in his boots right now. You can play it in Sword, it's actually not that bad either. It guarantees you some of like your high cost, high value cards. If you play in Sword, it guarantees you your Golden Knight or your Amalia. Like, the problem is that 2 cost 1/1 is a bit weak, but I mean, like, that doesn't really matter in Sword as well because you can just buff it with Zirconia. Wait, is this good in Sword? Is this good in Sword? Next expansion we'll get Bahamut. We'll get another Gilnelis. We'll get 7 cost Gilnelis. What other Sword cards cost 7 or more? Geno probably not played anymore with all of these high value targets. What else is there? Odin. You play this in Sword, it gets you Odin, it gets you the Golden Knight. Or it gets you what was the other one? Amalia. That's actually not that bad. Like, they're all pretty high value targets. Honestly, I was like semi-memeing, but I'm starting to think unironically this might be decent in Sword. You can play Abyss to draw a Belial as well. How's Belial? Wait, Hold on a second. Draws Belial. Obviously you don't play Belial on the turn that you draw him. Unless you have one Belial active, you enhance Aether to get the second Belial, which you can Super Evo to accelerate the crest. Abyss might actually play this. Renangita, Valiant Skyfarers, Fanfare. This like a mode, Skybound R evolve this follower, do 5 damage to an enemy follower, draw 2 followers. They made the spell a gold card instead. Now 4 cost 3/2. Alright, it's good. Alright, it's strong. A solid 4 cost card for decks that don't have 4 costs, which is actually surprisingly a lot. There's a surprising number of decks that just don't have a good 4 cost card. And it gives every class an answer to this stupid thing. Going if you're like going I mean if you're going first at least. Uni, Cosmic Legacy, Aura, the end of turn, restore 1 defense to all allies. Surprisingly decent. 3/3 Aura is like not bad, and it heals you as well. Won't support, yeah. Baron Bestus Pile. Unlock Super Evolution, evolve this follower. I think this card is quite good as well. I don't think it's good as like a tree off, unless you're really starved for 2 cost followers for some reason and you just have nothing better to run. Not bad. If you activate your Skybound R, it's pretty nice. If they eventually do a Princess Connect collab and they bring back Union Burst, you can help there too. Catalina, Sky Protector. Unfair, Skybound R, deal 5 damage to 2 random enemy followers. That takes 1 3 damage at a time. The fact that this is behind a Fanfare is like awful. The only thing that can invoke early Templephone is just Abyss. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. I think that's probably fine. Okay, like, not like terrible. I don't hate it. Like, it's not the worst set ever. Like, there's some interesting cards that I do want to try. Honestly, of all of them, I think Forest got the most middling set in terms of like how interesting the effects are. Actually, Rune, no, wait, Rune's pretty. Well, Rune got Cagliostro. I think Forest is like the least flashy so far. But Forest is a very combo heavy deck in general, and it's like very built around synergy, so like no telling how that would go. Anyway, I think I've been going for like way too long already. Like, how long have this been going for? Let me... Been going for 1.5 hours. Okay, that's way too long. Oh well, this was supposed to be short, so I'll probably just end it here. Enjoy the new set tomorrow. I will not be streaming it because